Hello, and welcome to episode 5 on a Minecraft server. I am recording this episode very out of order. You see, I am currently done with the thing that I was going to lead up to, because I forgot to hit record last night on the intro segment, so I'm recording it now. It's good enough. For now, I'll just keep it a little mystery what this is. So, in order to understand where I am right now, you can probably suss it out because of the sounds you're hearing. But, in order to understand that, I will just show you that me and Jam went on an end bust not too long ago. And we got this many resources from that. Plus a little more. I've used a couple shells. But all these elytra, man. It is wonderful to have that many. And yeah, I can show you a little bit of footage about how that went. It went pretty well. And now that I have a lot of shulkers, I felt motivated to build up the storage system. And once again, I'm doing this kind of out of order, so the next thing I'll show is the resource gathering of the sorting system thingy. So, with that, here you go. So after just under 1 hour of resource gathering, I have gathered up all the resources that I need to complete this segment of the base. And I'm probably gonna spend quite a bit of time in this area as well. For obvious reasons, it's the sorting system. It's the place where I have all the stuff, right? So, I will now commence the time-lapse of building this, and I guess that I'll have to store up all the iron golems because I have to make some changes down there. So it'll be satisfying to just let all those down into the system at the same time. They might die of entity priming at some point, but that's not really my problem now, is it? I'll store them up right here. Why not? I can't reach. There we go. So we'll see how many golems get stored up in this area. There are a few. There's 3. Okay, that's cool. And this should be far enough down so that the villagers can't see them. Wonderful. Okay, I'll get building, and I see you when we're done. And then we'll do a little tour of what this circuit is, for example, or what's underground, because there is something that's under there. It's quite cool. But also a little bit about how the system works as well. But first, the building. I spent 10 minutes trying to line up this shot, trying my absolute hardest to get it to that exact same point. But you can see now that we're done. We built up the storage system. I placed in a little bed and some signs indicating what's where, and I plunked down a couple ender chests after I was done. And also the iron golems, the farm's working again. It had a little hookup where the thing didn't want to work, but now it does. So, let's go through what will happen once you place an item into this input chest. This, speaking of, this is the input chest. This Morse right here, this Morse code translates literally to items. So that's pretty cool. I did the same thing for the hoppers. I just thought that would be a quirky, cool thing to do, because I have the power to do so. So you can place literally any item in there, and that then goes through this circuit, or this system right here. I had this in the previous season as well, and it is a system that places stackable items in here, shulker boxes in here, and unstackable items down there. So it splits the three, so you can place literally any item inside this chest and it will get separated. The unsorted, or well, the unstackable items, they go into these two chests, and I will have that, and I have set it up so that they get placed into shulker boxes, because otherwise that is quite the payload. And also, yes, I did decorate this with ancient debris, just because I could. I have enough to do so. So the unstackable items will go into this barrel right here, and they then get into this simple shulker loader, and then get placed into that chest. The shulker boxes that was the wrong placement. The shulker boxes, I'm making every single mistake you could make. Right there, down, and back. The shulker boxes get pipelined straight into these ones, so I have just easy access there. Now, the stackable items, they go into the actual storage system. So if I just ender pearl up top, you can see that I have laid out all the categories. Of course, the most important circuit first, the redstone. And then we have stone, plus gravel and dirt, variants of stone, quartz, and I placed sea lanterns here as well because this is like general building blocks, and I just had a lot of quartz. I have dyes, mob drops, and this reminds me I should also do that. I have random stuff that doesn't really fit into any other category, and stuff which again I will fill out over time. As goes for every single one of these sorters, by the way. I can just place any item in there and it will get sorted. I have concrete, glass, I got wool, terracotta, sand stuff, or well, desert stuff rather, nether stuff. I have different kinds of planks, or stuff that comes from logs, and I have logs as a separate one. I got food, I have vegetation, as well as valuables, heads, and general utility. Was there something else? Yeah, I guess rockets can go into there as well. And the rest of the categories are just blank. They have nothing in them, and they're just there for me to have the option to play something in them later. So, with all that said, oh wait, yeah, the yellow circuit up top, I was gonna show it as well. Well, do you like the little launcher right there? I think it's pretty cool. If I go up top here, this thing. This is actually quite a simple circuit. It's quite simple actually, which slows down items. And that's literally all it does. It just makes it so that the items go through at slightly below Hopper's speed, because that's the rate at which this system works. So, with all that out of the way, and I'm not gonna explain too much about how the system works, because to be quite frankly honest, I don't know myself. I hope that by using it, I get to learn how it works. I do know that it relies on computer cutoffs a lot, and that the droppers are powered in a specific way to make the items go into the correct area. It was made by Rapscallion. He has a video, or a couple videos, explaining how it works. So if you want more in-depth explanation than it works, then you should check out his videos on this. But now, I think that we are ready to just send a couple shulker boxes through now. So, I will grab one shulker, I will grab this one, and I won't see what's in it. And I will place that in the input chest. But first I want to check, or double check, that nothing is in these chests. Yeah, a bunch of stone, I just placed this in manually because I had a lot of inventory space while digging out the area below. But other than that, I don't think there is anything in any of these. So that is a good place to start for a test, right? And I should probably also double check that the rest of the categories are in fact completely full. Because if one of these slots are not full, then that essentially breaks the entire thing. So, I will now proceed to place in the shulker, this guy, inside of there. Ah, wonderful. We have a nice assortment of different blocks to be placed. And we will see if they go into the correct category. I guess I'll speed up the video a little bit because this is going to take a little while, so... Time-lapse time! And it looks like it's finishing up. The final few items are making their way through the system. You can see that as the observers shut off, then the items have made their way through. So, first off, I think that we will check the shulker thing to see if the shulker has been returned. It is right there. That is beautiful. There should not be anything in there because I think there were 2 unstackable items. They should have made their way in here. Oh, there were 3. Okay. I love this system so much, man. And now for the big league. Now for the big guy. Let's see if the items got sorted properly. Nothing should have gone into here. Yes. I can't tell if anything went into there. Nothing, 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 something. And that is the mob drops, yes. This is the random. This is end stuff, wonderful. Nothing in concrete, nothing in wool. Nothing there, nothing should be in terracotta. Desert stuff. Ah, this is working! Ah, I love this so much, man! It's so satisfying to see this redstone that you've built just work. That is so cool. Oh my god, I love this. So, now the beauty of this system is that if I just pop down here again and go into the unsorted, check in here, these are the items that have not been placed into a single category. Now, there are only singular items, so I will wait until there are, like, multiples of an item, because you need 2 in the system for it to actually work. Otherwise, the items just go through without any checker item, to put it that way. I know that much. So, I will now just dump all of this into there. I'll dump all these shulkers into the system and cross my fingers super hard that it actually goes well and nothing breaks, because I kid you not, your worst nightmare as a redstoner is just having your redstone break on you. It is absolutely heartbreaking to see that happens. And I can actually also just place a bunch of stuff in these places, or just in other shulkers, because I don't want any blocker items to go in there. Because if they do, that'll break the system. A lot of things can actually break this system, if I think about it. So, the blaze powder, should it go in mob drops, or should it go into random? I feel like it should go in random, because it's a derivative, or it's derived from a mob drop, but it's not a direct mob drop, you know? So, it's so satisfying to actually see it work! I love this. So, then I guess that I will just there's nothing more for me to do than to just plonk it all into there and watch the magic happen. I will load the entire thing for the entire duration of it, and yeah, it's so nerve-wracking. I'll stay here for the entire duration of it, but yeah. At some point I will leave to get the stuff at the previous base, or the old base, because I do have quite a lot of stuff there as well. But I want to keep it in shulkers just to, you know, make it a lot easier. But it's not like you can only place shulkers into the system. You can place literally any item. I've made this quite clear, I feel. You can place just pure unstackables. You can place straight up stackable items. You can place like actually anything into here. And goodness, is it good to just do that. I'm the kind of Minecraft player that just, I don't care where the stuff, where I place the stuff, because I just end up doing it in the same chests either way. So just having this system work flawlessly is just gonna allow me to dump everything into here. And my goodness, I love it. So I will cut back when I am done, or when the system is done. I don't know exactly when that will be, but we'll see. We will see. So a lot has happened since that time. That was a week ago, since I looked at that clip last time. But the system worked like a charm. I did all the regular stuff. I waited for, like, getting 2 items into that chest, and then I went, that is not something you want to see. I guess I'll sleep before I demonstrate. Hit the button, thank you. It's broad daylight. It's probably just raining then. Well, I did the stuff where that's another thing. I need to stop being distracted. Give me a second. So, this is another thing that has happened on the server. This is the Easter egg hunt in, what's it called? In, I cannot remember the name. It's it's because of Easter. Because Easter, that's the best way that I can think of saying it right now. But basically, the wonderful server member Zima has gone around the server and hid Easter eggs for the other members to find. And that is not exactly something that I've been participating in. I didn't mean to place in the 2 spider eggs, but oh well. Spider heads. But I did find a few over at the witch farm. So I wasn't exactly planning to be a part of this, but I logged in one day and the Easter egg was just in my head, basically. So I took that as a sign that I kinda had to join, at least to a certain extent. Stop scaring me like that, man. I didn't want a heart attack today. Have you produced any? You haven't even produced any baby villagers yet. It's painful to know that those guys haven't done anything since the last time I checked up on them, which was probably more than 2 months ago, not gonna lie. But right now, though, I'm kind of just looking for eggs to boost my collection, because I get sidetracked easily, and that's the only explanation I really need. Anyway, what was I gonna do? the 200 trick, where, yeah, whatever. We'll say that the mobs have despawned, yeah. But while I go around explaining, or, well, searching for eggs, or doing this now, I suppose that I can give a little context as to what else I've done. So, I went to the old base and I got the stuff. I got all of the items that I had over there and transferred them to the system, and it worked very well. However, I did notice a tiny issue, a little problem with the thing, because the reason why the system works is also the reason why it broke, because it kinda did break while I was using it. Mostly because I didn't anticipate that items would stack up to such a degree that they did in the chest that's in the yellow circuit, because the yellow circuit slows down the items. So I've explained that, but that means that the items flow through at a slower rate, which means that the chest can back up, which is not good, which means that the dropper elevator backs up, and that's even less good. That means that I have to clear out the system after every big use, because it doesn't happen every single time. And at least that's reassuring. But yeah, that's about the situation with that. So right now, I'm just waiting for this. And when I'm done, I guess I'll just deliver these eggs, and I don't think that I'll manage to find many more than that, because, again, I didn't plan to enter this event, although it was interesting to find these, though. I joined in kind of the weekend that it was supposed to end, but Zima decided to postpone it a little bit, so that, or not postpone it, but extend it, that's the word. Is this a net positive? Let's say so. And that is... why is all of this kelp gone? Whatever. That is the situation with the server at the moment. So, I don't really have much more to do this video, except to thank you for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more, like if you liked the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.